Alright, hello there everyone, this is Kingdom bringing you Game 2 of The Art of Warfare versus Wooden Computer. This is
10
from the round of
seconds
32
remaining.
of Alienware Arena's Invitational Tournament, and
Radiant
I'm very
team
excited to be casting this game because the first game was a lot of fun to watch, and now we see Wooden Computer picking up a lot of the same heroes. The Leshrac was used last game by the other team. Bounty Hunter, of course, picked up. That was actually first picked by them this game. And now a Sven Viper combination. I really do like this. Viper doesn't get nearly enough love. Nethertoxin does a ton of damage, especially to low life heroes, like Lifestealer, in fact. And Nethertoxin damage does go
10
through
seconds remaining.
Magic Immunity, I am 90% sure, because it is, of course, extra physical damage.
5 seconds
Yeah,
remaining.
it is extra physical damage, so it will go through the BKB. Beastmaster is the next pickup here, and I really do also like this pickup from the Art of Warfare as well. Their lineup is very well suited to counter this dire lineup. Sven, of course, has been seeing a lot of popularity, and Lifestealer's been seeing a lot of popularity as a result, because Lifestealer does pretty well against Sven. Sven has high HP, so Lifestealer is able to lifesteal a lot, especially if he gets some crits or massive attack speed items, and moreover, his magic invulnerability allows him to avoid the Sven Stormbolt, which is Sven's most important tool, because it allows him to lock people down and allow him to beat on them with his massive, gigantic sword of doom. Beastmaster also is very important because Sven is a hero who always builds BKB and gets it very quickly. So Beastmaster's roar is incredibly good at shutting the Sven down while he's trying to BKB and wreck your team. Disruptor is the next pickup here from Wooden Computers. They will probably be using that to... It's going to be a tri-lane hero with the Sven and the Leshrac. That might be an aggressive tri-lane. That could be a defensive tri-lane. Either way, your Viper is probably going to be your solo mid, and then Bounty Hunter off lane, although it is possible to put the Bounty Hunter into the mid lane and Viper into a safe lane with an aggressive tri-lane.
10 seconds.
Although I doubt that would happen.
Remaining.
I don't know, it depends on what these guys want to do.
5
Gonna see,
seconds
waiting
remaining.
for this last pick here, coming from the Art of Warfare. They have not used a single second of their reserve time, only just starting into it now. See what they pick up here. They probably just need they got the Beastmaster for the offlane. They just need a solo mid hero, unless they plan on running the Rubik solo mid, in which case they need another support. Against the Viper, though, I don't know if Rubik does that well, because his Fade Bolt doesn't reduce Viper's Nethertoxin damage, which of course is what really allows him to last hit so freaking well. So, just waiting for them to pick up probably an offlane hero. Windrunner would not be a bad idea. Get some additional lockdown. You could throw Enigma's Band out. You can throw Nature's Prophet into the long lane. Mirana might not be a bad idea. You've got the setup stuns. You can always go for... Coddle can't be offlane. He's banned out. Let me think here. Who else is a good offlane hero? I guess maybe mid is more what they're looking for. Beastmaster offlane, right? I said that. Quap is banned out. No, Quap is always an option against... I don't know about against Viper. Batrider is banned, and so is TA. So neither of those two go-to heroes are there. You can get a Night Stalker, get yourself some early game dominance, although Viper will probably do a pretty good job of shutting down a Night Stalker. They're going to take a lot of time to think about this. It's really probably the most important central piece of their lineup, so it does deserve a lot of thought. See, you get 10 seconds left. See what they go for. They can go for like a Storm Spirit for more aggressive early game lineup. Get your Lifestealer bomb inside of the Storm Spirit. It'd be pretty cool.
Queen.
No, they're going to go with the, I guess, more traditional pick. The Queen of Pain. Going to be played here by Ferrari, so we'll see. Yeah. Fake Ferrari, rather. Not the real one. Wait and see as these people pick up their heroes, and then we can go ahead and introduce the lineups and get ready. So we're probably going to see another tri-lane versus tri-lane. Safe lane from the Radiant, and aggressive tri-lane from the Dire. Go ahead and introduce the Dire first. This is Wooden Computers. Panzer on the Leshrac. Kelsiphos on the Viper. Naga
battle.
stole my bike on the Sven, who does not actually have a bike. We've got Pingu again on the same Bounty Hunter, and Xenos King on this Disruptor. On the Radiant side, we're going to see Icon on the Beastmaster. Go ahead and speed through this. Nope. Don't need to speed through it because it's a really short pause. Cool. Then, yeah, so, like I said, Icon on the Beastmaster long lane, Ferrari 599 on the Queen of Pain solo mid. We're going to see safe lane, tri-lane here. Wagwan Cuz on the Lifestealer, excuse me. And your supports are going to be Sharkusili on the Jakiro and Drunken Whaler. on the Rubik again. So, oh no, we are pausing again. So we're gonna go ahead and speed it up. Do do do. Chill out while we get this game underway. I can't really favor either tri-lane. Lifestealer is going to be hard to bring down, obviously, because of his magic immunity. That's always the difficulty of having that Lifestealer. He's really a slippery hero, despite being a carry. Kind of like an anti-mage. He's hard to bring down. Look at, you can like see his ribs. Kind of creepy. Definitely some awesome model work there by Valve. Just a creepy hero in general. Just some pretty scary things. We're going to see 5 Dire Heroes in the jungle, and this could be first blood, definitely. Stun is going to go down on the Rubik first. Ice Path will stop 3, and Rubik will pick someone up, but I think he will still go down here. He is so low. Viper will get that last hit with one last poison shot right as the horn goes off, and looks like your camp will still get warded, so Viper's going to have an advantage mid lane now that he's got 700 gold, very fast bottle, and a regen rune. If, I guess no one wants to pick it up. Oh, Sven's going to go get it. So he's got full mana now, going without using any of his regen items. No, the Dire tri-lane is going up top. They've set the Bounty Hunter solo against their tri-lane, and they're sending the tri-lane top. So that will get Sven a lot of farm, because Beastmaster is really not going to be able to do anything in that lane, and I don't think he's expected to. He's really probably just going to stack up some Ancients. Dire do not have a ward warding off those Ancients, so, oh no, Leshrac may come and place it now. Yeah, he's going to come in and block off that Ancient stack with a cute little Observer ward there, and Beastmaster does not have sentries. And he did not go to that camp to block it, so he is not going to have a fun time. Looks like the Dire are going to try to wrap around the back. He, however, does have this ward right here spotting them out, so he knows to back off to safety. And so now we're just going to go back to probably a farming-oriented laning stage here. Probably, I'm going to guess that the Queen of Pain will have a little bit of a hard time in this mid lane, because Viper's, just with that orb effect, is a little bit more capable of harassing, and Queen of Pain's harass mostly comes from the dagger, and the dagger doesn't really do as much against a 575 range hero like the Viper, so that will make it a little bit harder for her. She will be able to get some last hitting in, though, so we will see. Looks like, yeah, she's up by a couple, but she's going to take a lot of damage from that Viper orb. It's very, very annoying to lane against. Viper, though, is going to get slowed down and take some damage himself. You may see him picking up some early levels of corrosive skin just to block some of that magic damage. And with that, we're going to see Bounty Hunter. Is he getting gone on? No, he's not. Lifestealer's just farming down here. Of course, there's probably someone probably has sentries. Yeah, it looks like Jakiro has sentries, but they were used to de-ward here. I don't know where the other sentry is. Where's the other sentry? Is it on Nakes? Where's the other sentry? I only see that one was placed. Beastmaster is going to try to stack the Ancients, but he's about to realize that it is warded off, so he's not going to be able to successfully do so. He is still level 1, but he has gotten 100 experience, so not as bad as some Beastmasters. Bounty Hunter able to stay very close to this lane. The Radiant supports really have not been able to force him back out of it yet. I really think that that's something they should focus on doing. Shutting down this Bounty Hunter is probably a prime priority, because if he gets a fast level 6, he will be able to roam around the map and do a lot of work. So he's going to get picked up now, take a couple right clicks from the Lifestealer at the same time, so that is going to be annoying. But without the Jakiro here with an Ice Path and without a Sentry Ward, I don't think it can really bring him down. Maybe with an open wound cast from Nakes, they might be able to slow him down enough to take him down. But even still, they need a Sentry Ward to do it. Jakiro is going to rotate around the back with the Illusion Rune. This is definitely going to force... Oh, that Ice Path is going to latch, but it's not going to be able to actually do anything. And it doesn't even push the Bounty Hunter that far out of lane. He's still in experience range. He's level 4, much higher level than anyone except the Lifestealer, so he's really going to be able to just stay here and get as much experience as he wants. These Radiant supports really aren't able to do anything about it. No Sentry Wards, no nothing, so definitely need to see. Yeah, here's a Dust coming. That'll help them out a lot. Beastmaster is getting the creeps down closer to his tower now, so he ought to be able to get some last hits as well as some experience. So for him to hit level 2 now, get a point into call, I'm guessing. I mean, he can also go for the aura to help out his Lifestealer, but I think call might be a little bit more important in this game. Yeah, it is. There's his call. He's going to go ahead and use that to scout with his Hawk. to go ahead and take a mid lane check. Looks like Viper's sitting low. He's one right click away from death, but Queen of Pain just is not able to dive the tower to go get it. Looks like the Queen of Pain is up by 6 last hits and 3 denies, so Viper not having the time of his life in this lane, sitting very low. He's probably gonna have to go all the way back to base or risk feeding to this Queen of Pain early in lane, so which is definitely not what he wants to be doing. Queen of Pain is last hitting like a boss here. It looks like Viper's going to rotate, pick up an Invis rune, will dodge the ice path. Dust goes down, and this could be bad for Viper. He's going to bottle up. He should be fine. Shakir's going to stay aggressive, and if he does, he's going to get picked off because here comes a Bounty Hunter. There is your Janata strike as well. Ice Path is going to slow down the Bounty Hunter, but not by enough. This guy's definitely going to drop. Bounty Hunter getting the last hit there. He's up to level 5 now. Kill on him as well as an assist, and now Viper's also sitting at 1-0-1, so that's going to help him get his footing back in this mid lane, allow him to drop more harass on that Queen of Pain. Granted, he now doesn't have any bottle charges to stay in lane, but he will be able to. He got back some of his level disadvantage. Bounty Hunter is still being able to draw some creeps back towards the tower and get himself into a position where he can get some levels up. He's only level 3, and the enemy tri-lane supports are a higher level than he is, so he's not safe by any means. But he is less susceptible to feeding now, at least. These guys can go on him. They've got a creep wave. Once this, throw a stun, man. Where's the, nope, no stuns? Okay, that's fine. He is stunned. I don't need stun. Why would you stun? You don't need stuns. Bounty Hunter is getting a little bit low. I don't think the dust was used. Kiro is the one with the dust, and it should still be on cooldown. No, we already used all of the dust. So both dusts have been used. Lifestealer has gone for an early Hand of Midas. This will allow him to farm up pretty quickly. Also give him some early game attack speed. He's kind of low on the move speed department though, so we're gonna wait for him to get probably a Treads next, using that thing, and then probably go straight into a Mjolnir or an AC. Just allowing him to really do a lot of damage here. Looks like there was a D-ward. D-ward was not just attempted, it was successful here on the mid lane. And now this, but unfortunately the stack was a little bit late. That's not going to work out for the Beastmaster. He will be able to get some levels now that that ward is down. But however, Sven's farming pretty well on the top lane. Not quite as well as the Lifestealer, but he does have 30 last hits. Doing a pretty good job. 5 last hits a minute. Queen of Pain gets a solo kill in the mid lane against the Viper. No big deal. Doesn't matter. Probably going for the fight over the rune. The Queen of Pain got it as well. It was a regen rune. Picked it up before the Viper could get there, and now this Disruptor might be in a little bit of trouble. Queen of Pain has her ultimate up. Unfortunately, not that much mana, so she casts another spell. She won't have mana for the ultimate. Bottle up first, and then maybe she can go for this kill. Maybe she had some more creeps to tank for her. Either way, Lifestealer in the jungle, very low HP, so he'll just probably kill some creeps to get that HP back. Stacked camp here for him whenever he wants to go in and do that. Instead, he's going to go back into the lane with his supports, take that farm from the stack. Using his Hand of Midas, he's going to get a lot of farm very quickly, get those treads up, and then go straight for a big item. So he has a very early Midas, 51 license already. Viper gets a kill on the Jakiro though, so still some very effective ganking coming from the Dire. 4-1 in terms of kills right now. Looking at the gold graph, that is reflected by, it's so close. This game doesn't really have a big lead. There is 1,000 experience lead towards the Dire, and that is coming from those kills, because a lot of those kills have quite a few people, and even though you're splitting up EXP, it still gets you more for your whole team than solo kills. So, wait to see here as the rest of this game develops. We're going to see Lifestealer being a little bit ballsy, coming up under the tower. Granted, your Bounty Hunter doesn't really have any mana to do anything with, so barely enough mana for a track. Nope, not even enough mana for a track. Let's go down. Yeah, it does decrease by level. Looks like Lifestealer has decided to go for a armlet first. That is going to allow him some survivability as well as some damage early game, and it is also going to allow him to do that very famous armlet toggling thing, keeping alive. Shakira's going to get a kill on the mid lane on the Disruptor, and now it looks like they're going to try to go on the Viper. Viper is going to turn around. Bad idea. Queen of Pain is just going to blink forward and get a kill on you, buddy. That was not
Death comes
the
in
smartest
at the ears.
idea. Sven, on the other hand, though, on the top lane, is going to pick off the Beastmaster. And he's low, though, so he's going to have to TP out now. He's got 1,500 gold, so he will be able to finish up his drum right now, and which I assume is what he's going for, and then go start working towards his BKB. Or, yeah, he's going to probably go work on his BKB. Now that he's got a drum, he can go into the jungle and do a lot of work there. Maybe get some agent stacking done once he gets some points into cleave. On the bottom lane, it looks like we're going to have a go on the Lifestealer, but Lifestealer is just going to jump into a ranged creep. All good. Doesn't matter. He's going to come right out, use it to get some health back up. Now that kinetic field is down. She'll come back up in a second, but Glimpse isn't up anymore, and that's the important one, because that's the one that gets you out of position. But here comes your Jakiro. He's going to get a stun, but you're in trouble, buddy. You're going to get dropped really quickly. There's a pickup on the Bounty Hunter, so it looks like the Bounty Hunter will probably go down. Yeah, Jakiro will get the last hit, but here comes Sven. Stun on the Lifestealer. Lifestealer will fall as well. Sven getting that last hit, so not the best trade there. Viper's looking for the Rubik, won't get him. Rubik will be able to back off here, and probably a tower push will follow
Dire's middle tower
very quickly. Sven going to go ahead and use this to get some farm as well as a tower. Look for him to get his BKB up in the very near future, then probably get a Mask of Madness or a Daedalus, either one. Maybe an Assault Cuirass following that BKB. Whichever one he really wants to go into is fine. Just whatever damage item suits him most. Queen of Pain is going to try to do some split pushing mid. She's going to back off low, not enough mana to face off against the Bounty Hunter. She will, however, find herself a regen rune, so she should be able to roam a little bit. Bottom TPs are going in. Jakiro's in the jungle. Here's a Static Storm on top of this Lifestealer. He's going to get stunned up. He will fall almost immediately. TP also incoming from the rest of the Radiant team trying to defend this tower, but one of them is getting glimpsed back. It's the Quap. Without her, I don't know what they can do. Stun, pick up on the Viper, but he's just going to come right back in. Split Earth is going to miss, but there's a Storm Bolt picking off this Rubik out of position. He's going to fall as well. Jakiro, you're the last one standing. Going to try to get an Ice Path off on the Viper, who is low, but it's not going to be enough. Jakiro juking like a pro, trying to get into a position where he can maybe do a little bit of work, but he's just going to fall. Leshrac getting the last hit there, and now this tower is definitely going to go down. This is very unfortunate for the Radiant team, losing a tower and a bunch of kills without really taking any advantages. That Quap send back was probably the most unfortunate part of it. Very well played by the Disruptor there, so you gotta be so careful blinking going in against the Quap. Bounty Hunter chasing the Quap here, tracks her up. She's unable to get into a position to really do anything there. Should probably look for her to go for a Sheepstick Rush as well. Probably would be a good idea. Ag Stick might not be a bad idea either, because she probably won't get it before her level 16 ultimate. If you're thinking about getting an early Aghanim Scepter, think about it this way. It doesn't really have its maximum effectiveness until level 16. So if you're going to get the Ag before 16 on Quap, probably not the best idea, but if you're going to get it after 16, go ahead. This Quap will probably get it before 16, though, so I would suggest, if I were to ask me what item to go, I would probably tell her to go for Sheepstick. Also gives you a lot of mana. Oh, no! The Bounty Hunter looks like he's going to be able to get out. Quap does not have the ultimate. She's getting... Quap might have gotten sent back. Not quite far enough on the send back there. She will just get sent back a little bit closer to her tower. No big deal. Clever Disruptor, but not quite clever enough. Looks like the Quap will go ahead and rotate towards the bottom rune. It is a haste rune. Viper's going for it as well. Quap's going to have the blink up, so she will get there first. Picks it up, bottles it, and gets out of the kinetic field, so she will be fine. And able to back off here. Lifestealer going back, farming like a champ on the bottom lane. Up to 72 last hits. Sven's getting pretty close, though. Only 13 last hits behind. We will see the armlet up in about 200 gold. So very close to that item, which is probably going to be pretty important. And then a Tread, and Lifestealer is going to be ready to go. AFK farming Lifestealer can be pretty scary because his farming potential is pretty high. He can jungle very effectively. And with that Midas, his gold earning potential is very high. If we look at gold per minute right now, despite the fact that he currently has 2 deaths and no kills, we're going to see that he's right up there with the Sven, who has 3 kills and no deaths. So that's so 5 kill death difference there, and Lifestealer is right with him. In fact, only down by like 5 gold per minute right now. So definitely a very high farming potential hero. Bounty Hunter's going to roam into the mid lane. Looks like we're going to see a mid lane push coming from the Dire. A lot of heroes. Rubik's going to get glimpsed back. Kinetic Field will not proc. And it looks like Beastmaster is going to have to drop a defensive roar back off. Ice Path will not hit the Bounty Hunter. He's going to have to back all the way back off. And now Beastmaster is going to have to go back to base. He will salve up and be alright. He's not going to survive, but he's unfortunately not going to get a kill. Viper is going to come in, drop his ultimate on Quap, but he's in trouble, gets picked up, gets Ice Pack. He will fall to Jakiro in the end. And now with that, I think the mid push should be over. This is Disruptor's trying to save himself, drops his ultimate for it, but it's not going to be enough. The Quap is not able to get into position. Now maybe she blinks forward, got to get off a slow. Quap will get sent back, and that's the end of that chase right there. Disruptor will make it out alive. Quap looking, nope, rune is going to spawn top lane. It's a regeneration rune, but no one's in position for it. On the top lane here, though, Sven and Bounty Hunter are pushing. Looks like they will get a glyph forced out for their trouble there. So these guys will be able to push out now at will whenever they get the opportunity. Looks like Quap will get herself the regeneration and get tons of mana back. Level 10, looks like she's got 1200 gold, so we'll see what she goes for next. Probably will see an indication of her item choice right in the near future. Wagwan is farming this bottom lane like a pro. He's now past the Sven in terms of gold per minute now. Look at him right there, sitting at 428. So despite the fact that he's got more deaths, he's able to farm and able to farm significantly better than the Sven. So looking at last hits again, we see that he's up by he's up by 20 at this point. Oh, he goes for phase boots, not treads. Alright, so more damage, less attack speed. It's alright because he's got the armlet and the hand of Midas. That is a lot of attack speed right there already. So I think he can go into a more aggressive item than Assault Cuirass. Probably get the armlet now. No, I'm sorry, get the more defensive Assault Cuirass than the aggressive Mjolnir. We're going to see in the mid lane an engagement here for the mid tower. Looks like it will fall. Lifestealer is going to TP back to the mid lane, but it's a little late. Sven wants to come in. He's going to stun up the Beastmaster. Beastmaster is sitting low. Here comes a Macro Pyre. It's going to be on top of everybody. Going to bring down the Bounty Hunter as well. Viper gets the kill on Beastmaster, but Disruptor falls as well. Now here comes your Lifestealer chasing the Sven. Sven is very low. Open wounds cooling down in 15 seconds. Sven has the Warcry, but he's got to run away. Queen of Pain will get the last hit on him, so a 2-4-3 engagement there. Also a tower, but your Sven fell, so not the best trade. And now it looks like the Radiant will be able to pick off the mid-tier 2 tower as well. And Lifestealer doesn't even steal much farming time. He just rolls right back to bottom lane, picks up right where he left off. I think he barely even missed a creep in during that engagement. Up to 105. So many last hits on this guy. Holy crud. I'm not going to count creeps per minute. It's not going to work out. He's going to go ahead and... Oh no, he's going to get glimpsed back. They had the vision of him, but it doesn't matter. Jump straight into a creep, I think. No, he activated his magic immunity during that period of time while the glimpse hadn't taken effect yet. So he won't die here. Looks like there's Bounty Hunter's going to go in on the Jakiro. Might not be the best idea. You can get picked up. There is no vision though, so he should be alright. This is going to be a big engagement though. Here comes the Lifestealer with no mana not enough mana for Rage. Not going to matter. Going to get enough right-click damage to bring down the Disruptor. Disruptor drops the Static Storm for some damage, but it's not going to be enough. He will fall. And now the chase is over. I don't think there's going to be any more engagement here. Lifestealer doesn't have the mana. He's going to go roll right back into the jungle and start picking off some people here. Get some more gold, get some more experience, get even further ahead. 1,500 gold up on him. Look for the... Like I said, I'm guessing that he's going to go for a Mjolnir next. And then probably into a Basher even, just to do more through the BKB of Sven. So we'll definitely see some good work going there. Lots of damage coming out. Quap, of course, is kind of roaming the map freely, able to do whatever she wants. She's got a double damage rune, and it looks like she's actually going for a BKB first, unless she's going Ogre Club first, a Ghanem's Ag Stick. So that's... Either way, I think that's a good item choice. The BKB is going to prevent her from getting stunned. It's going to stop a lot of Viper's damage, and stop her from getting silenced by Disruptor's ultimate. It will not prevent Leshrek's damage or Sven's right clicks or even track from going down on top of her, but it should allow her to get some degree of an edge. Looks like Lifestealer is getting engaged on. He will get just brought down. No, he's going to try to right click his way to freedom. not quite enough, just too much right click coming out of the Sven. That God Strength, come with the Dominator BKB. This is not the normal Sven build that we see. Typically, you would have gone for the BKB before you pick up the Helm of the Dominator. Not a bad idea, though. Quap is going to move in aggressively here and go on this Sven. She's going to get stunned up and brought down pretty quickly. No, she's going to be able to blink back. The Lifestealer buys back, comes to this engagement. Looks like Bounty Hunter got picked up, put on top of the hill. He's going to fall here to a Beastmaster Axe. But here comes Sven. Not only got a Warcry, doesn't have a stun, and now he's going to get beat on by this Lifestealer. Stun goes down, but that's not going to affect the Lifestealer. He's got Rage. Looks like Sven will fall, and now Leshrac is on the run, trying to get away. 2 carries down so far. Viper makes it out, but in fact, I think he wasn't even there in the first place. He was just farming the middle lane. He's got most of his Aghanim Scepter up, and that is going to be a big purchase because it's going to slow down the Lifestealer even through BKB. The slow does still go through the magical immunity, while the damage does not. But the important thing is that your Lifestealer is going to be moving at like 100 move speed. Looks like there is some ancient stacking going on by the Dire. There is a ward blocking it off this time, but the damage is already done. There's a huge stack here, and your Sentry Ward's about to time out, so they will be able to get another stack in the near future. Bottom tier 1 push is going on. Looks like a kinetic field will try to allow for a deny. Not going to go off. Now Viper's going to come forward aggressively. Might, if he can get one right click off. No, Jakiro's going to get forced back, ulted, and he's just going to drop. Viper getting that kill. Killing spree on him, 6 and 3, doing very well in this game. And that's going to get him even closer to an Aghanim Scepter. And the reason I like Aghanim Scepter early on Viper is because it gets you, first of all, that increased... I don't remember what it is. Scepter increase is the casting range, the cooldown to 12 seconds, and it decreases the mana cost as well. So it means that your Viper is going to be able to drop that ultimate several times in a team fight onto the Nyx, onto the Queen of Pain, and it just does so much damage. And the slow is completely relevant against a Lifestealer whose biggest problem is getting kited. So definitely a good item choice on him. I don't think I would have liked anything else better. Yasha might be nice, but you can get that after the Aghanim Scepter. I really, really do like that Ag Stick. It also gives him a lot of stats, so good item. Looks like the Dire are going to try to go into the Roach Pit. They've got the Ward Vision as well. Like, seriously, look at this Ward Vision right here. 4 wards. You can't come anywhere near this without getting spotted by Dire wards. There's a Medallion up on the Bounty Hunter as well, which is probably a very good Bounty Hunter build. You notice that he's going for a different build now than he did last game. Same player. He's picking up the Medallion and a Poor Man's Shield. Less carry item, a lot more utility item because he's got the Sven to right click and the Viper to right click. Not as much pressure on him to right click as there was last game. Sven's going to go right into this Ancient stack now once he's got this Aegis. And he's looking at only another 1100 gold before he gets his BKB, so he will definitely be in position to take out, do a ton of work in these team fights. But granted, he's got to keep up with this Lifestealer. Look who's now 50 last hits ahead. He's not gotten a big item, but he's got 3,000 gold in the bank. He will very soon be in the position to pick up a Mjolnir or an Assault Pierce, whatever he decides to go for. I think a Mjolnir would I can't decide. Can't decide what I want. Sven getting low, taking these Ancients, even with his Helm of the Dominator. He will be able to take them out, though, and now he does have his BKB. So it is on the way, on the courier. Big item up, and that's going to allow him to do so much work in these team fights, prevent a lot of the Radiant's chances to counter him. The only thing they have left is Lifestealer right-click and Beastmaster Roar, which hopefully will be useful. Beastmaster, of course, clearing out these Ancients, trying to get his level 2 ultimate up, as well as some items. He's so far behind right now in terms of items and also levels. If we take a look at the level chart, he's probably not yet. Actually, he's doing alright, middle of the pack. He could be doing a lot better, though. So he's going to go ahead and pop his Call of the Wild, try and get... He's just using his Arcane Boots to just drop these Ancients very quickly with the axes. So Quap's going to come in and help out as well. I don't know what that screams for. It doesn't do anything against Ancients, but whatever. We'll just kind of leave it. Let them do that. This Ancient stack is going to be worth a lot of gold and experience for the entire Radiant team. Lifestealer is going to come in and get a couple of these last hits for himself. pick up a couple here, just two or three. Gets the big ones, so those are the important ones. 1100 gold. He goes for a Bastion first, and here comes Bounty Hunter trying to steal the Ancients, but he's going to get pegged. Immediately drops to the Queen of Pain, and now these other two are like, nope, 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 back way off. And that's going to leave just an extra kill going the way of Radiant, so Bounty Hunter candy, man. Best stuff, best kind. Your Quap has decided to go for the BKB. It is finished now. She's up to 1800 gold again, so she's going to be able to do a lot more work in this team fights. Now that the BKB is up, it's going to prevent her from getting silenced, and it's going to allow her to just roll around doing whatever she wants. I would like to see a mana regeneration item, like and utility item like a Gwynsu or a Shiva's, or possibly Yule Scepter might not be a bad idea either. And then maybe pick up an Aghanim Scepter as well, just for that ultimate cooldown. Allow her to do that much more work. And go ahead and look at the rest of the items while these teams seem content to farm. We see, looks like the Aghanim Stick is finished on the Viper. We see it pop up right there. Mech is up on this Disruptor as well as the Ring of Health, Ring of Regen, so look for him to go for the Force Staff in the near future. Rubik is not quite to a mechanism yet. He is about, let's see here, 1100 gold away from that, so pretty soon. Basher up on the Lifestealer, so he's going to be doing a lot of lockdown. After this, I would like to see him go, keep the Basher, go into an Assault Cuirass or a Mjolnir, and then only after that finish up the Abyssal. I think the attack speed at that point is a little bit more important than the straight damage, but he's just farming so quickly that it doesn't even matter. He's going to peak out by like 35 minutes. And other than that, I don't see any other big items being picked up, so looks right now like I think the Radiant definitely have a gold advantage at the moment. Yeah, 3,000, and that's coming just mostly from the Lifestealer and Queen of Pain's farm. Experience lead, also 5,000 in their favor, just farming like champions. Looks like Disruptor's in trouble. He's going to get picked up and frozen, brought down immediately. Macropyre used as well on top of the Sven. He's getting so low. He's going to go ahead and die, drops the Aegis, but he's got a BKB, and here comes the rest of his team. Viper doing some work. Looks like this Lifestealer is stunned up. He's sitting low, but he's got so much lifesteal. Queen of Pain gets a double kill, triple kill. Jakiro finishes off the Viper, and now Sven's going. He's trying to finish off the Quap. He's got some health, but Quap can just kite him, blinks away. Lifestealer's so low. Sven dying. He's getting kited. He's going to try to bring down, but he gets stunned up by the Jakiro, and he will fall in the end. Team wipe without losing anyone. Lifestealer doing so much work there. That armlet toggling just so strong. He's up to 2,900 gold. Now look for, I'm telling you, he's just going to roll over to the secret shop right now. Pick up that, I want to say he's going to pick up the, no, he's going to roll over the ancient camps, which looks like it's been sacked once, so get some extra gold there. And I think he should go for a Hyperstone now, just for that more damage. Maybe drop the Culling Blade at this point. It's kind of taking up an item slot now. He doesn't need to, now he needs to focus more on team fighting and less on farming, so might not be as important now as it was before. All of these guys are sitting at such low health. Rubik gets a regen rune, so he'll have, no, sorry, illusion rune. So he's going to go ahead and roam up top, push out that lane a little bit. The Radiant still don't have a very big tower. Like, they haven't taken very many towers, so they're going to have some difficulty pushing after they win these team fights. They're not quite in a position to be raxing yet, so they're going to have to sit back a little bit and try to farm up while they get while they kind of build themselves a further advantage to the point where they can push and take a Roche. Of course, Lifestealer is just sitting at such a huge point right now. He's so big, bigger than anyone else on the map. He goes ahead and just has a TP scroll. No big item picked up on him yet. He's probably saving up for buyback. 3,500 gold on him. Kind of curious what he's going to go for. It looks like he is going straight for that Abyssal Blade, so I don't know if I really agree with that. It does give him the stun through the BKB, but clearly they don't need it. I think just attack speed to proc more bashes might be more important at this juncture. But at the moment, he's just going to go ahead and solo take the top tower. That will get him enough for that Abyssal Blade as soon as he, right click, and 4,200 gold. That's it. Meantime, looks like Dire are trying to take a tier 2 tower for their very own on the bottom lane. Lifestealer's TP is down for another 20 seconds, but Quap is here. These two can't go away, and it looks like there is, send back onto the, I think it was the Quap who got sent back. No, yeah, somebody got sent back, so that tower's gonna get dropped. This Disruptor's so annoying. That maxed out glimpse is forcing people That's the second time this game where people have been careless about their TPs, forced back, and Dire aren't stopping. They're going straight for high ground, while the Radiant are going to get themselves a tier 2 in the meantime, but you can't lose a Rax for a tier 2. That's not how it works. Lifestealer just going to keep going. He's like, whatever, man. I'm just going to go. No big deal. I can take this. Take your base race. Come on, 1v5. Doesn't matter. In the bottom, looks like the Dire team are going to go ahead and come in. Someone gets glimpsed back, but it's not going to be enough to get a kill. Viper's sitting low, only level 12. Hero level, you can see that the Radiant have a massive advantage here. That Lifestealer and Quap are just doing absolutely so well at this stage of the game in terms of level, and now the Dire have their tier 3 tower being pushed on the top lane. Quap blinks in, goes ahead, she's going to pop a BKB, Lifestealer's inside of her, jumps immediately on the Sven. Sven is going to drop, as is the Bounty Hunter. Queen of Pain finishes off the Leshrac, and now the other two are on the run. Can they get away? Lifestealer, open wounds is cooling down, it's going to go get dropped on the Viper. Here he comes, right click damage. Lifestealer will get the kill there. And Queen of Pain will drop the Disruptor. So that's a team wipe again. Massive team fighting power, and that's just on these levels right here. Queen of Pain, so high in level, 5,000 gold on her, so she can just buy an Aghanim Scepter straight up, or a Gwynsu, whichever one she wants. And Lifestealer also sitting on top of 5,700 gold, so he can buy his Abyssal Blade as well as the Hyperstone right now. So you can just walk over to a secret shop and pick both up. No big deal. Doesn't matter. That's just a little bit of farm there. So whatever he wants to. 60,000 gold.
Middle tower has fallen.
Just a little bit of gold. Not much. 6,500. Yeah, no big deal. In the meantime, looks like the Radiant are going to take a tier 2 middle tower, and possibly also tier 2 bottom if they can push out the wave enough. They're also sitting in a pretty good position to take Roche once it's up in a minute, so they're got a pretty big lead right now. 12,000 gold and 20,000 experience. And experience at this point is really the most important thing, because as you can see by this level chart over here, the Dire just do not have the levels. Even though they've got some of the items on Sven, he's getting pretty big. BKB, Drum Helm, and the Dominator, he's dropping a lot of damage. It's just he's not a high enough level to do anything about it. He just doesn't have the stats gained from levels. Just too far behind in that regard. When your Jakiro is doing better than your Sven, I mean, that's really just doesn't work. Lifestealer probably picked up some items now. Did he pick up items? No. Still sitting on 7,000 gold, 7k. No big deal. He's sitting inside the Hawk. Are you kidding? He'll jump right out of that Hawk, go straight in on the Disruptor, wipe him out, and then go straight in on the Sven, doing some damage, taking a right click of his own, but Roar drops on the Sven, going through BKB. Now Leshrac goes down as well. Queen of Pain's going to pick off the Bounty Hunter in the background. Here's a tier 2 tower. Here's a Rax, and that's just... There it goes, man. This is just snowballing beyond control at this point. Look for the Rax to fall in the very near future. How much gold does Lifestealer have now? He's up to 8,000. Who needs items, man? Why buy items? Stack gold to a B. Queen of Pain probably has a gold too. Look at her. She's no, never mind. She bought her a sheep stick, so she's down to only 1,000 gold. So not quite as OP as the Lifestealer gold. I mean, come on. 8,000 gold? He can get to 9,000, see if he can cap out by the end of the game. Probably going to happen. The game's pretty much over at this point. Rax goes down. We're going to see a double Rax here as the Dire, even if the Radiant respawn, we're going to see Lifestealer just be able to rip through him again. He's so farmed at this point. I do think he should buy an item at some point. Maybe. I don't know. Might be a good idea. Can't decide. It looks like Quap is going to get glimpsed back. She's going to BKB up out of the Static Storm, though, and here comes a stolen glimpse going down. Quap ult's going to hit a lot of people, but the Radiant are getting kited at this point. Quap is in, but she's losing health, not able to do as much work. Looks like Disruptor will fall to the Beastmaster. Now Quap is in the background, kills the Bounty Hunter and the Leshrac as well. Viper kills the Lifestealer though, so he might have enough gold for buyback. I'm not really sure. Yeah, he's going to buy back now. Looks like Sven is going to work. He bought back. He's got a Crystallis up now, hitting her pretty strong. Looks like the hero will go down. Pro Dota? I don't know. Triple kill on the Viper. That's a lot of gold because remember, as you get further and further ahead, killing you is worth much more gold. So, Lifestealer, you should just go ahead and go. Just go finish your item, man. Buy the Abyssal Blade or the something. Just don't sit on your 5k gold. 6k gold, whatever. Whatever. Don't listen to me. Can't hear me anyway. Beastmaster will go ahead and finish on him. He's getting close to a Gundam Scepter as well as a Blink Dagger, so he's got a lot of initiation range. This, of course, a Gundam Scepter increases the casting range of his ultimate, buffs it up to 950. Look at that massive range. Check that out. Woo, that's a big range. And a Blink Dagger on top of that. So he's just able to initiate from so far away and even sit pretty far outside the fight before blinking in and roaring on the Sven. And he's got a bracer, so not too shabby. 1700 HP at level 15, not too bad at all. Sven, you gotta be careful because this Lifestealer can just kill you really quickly. He has spent his gold. I don't know what on. Assault Cuirass, just bought one. No big deal, just buy an Assault Cuirass. Just small item. Not too important. He should have spent that gold earlier. Gotten the Abyssal as well as the Assault Cuirass before he died, but whatever. He didn't really need the buyback. Gonna go straight into the Roche Pit now. He's just gonna beat down this Roche ever so quickly with the minus armor as well as so much attack speed. Look at that, bam. How fast is he attacking? He's like approaching it fast. He's approaching max attack speed at this point, dropping that Roche so very quickly. He's getting the last hit as well. 3,500 gold now, 300 away. All he has 300 away from his Abysmal Blade as well. So, I mean, he's just so farmed at this point. Sven did get some kills. Viper did get some kills, and they didn't really translate that into items, though. Oh, they're doing this again. Lifestealer hides in the Hawk, gets smoked up. He's just going to go fly right up onto the high ground and drop down like a little Lifestealer bomb, dropping on top of everyone and just raping people, because that is what Lifestealer does. He goes inside of you and takes away all of your innocence. So he's going to go pick off the Disruptor immediately, and then Sekiro's not much longer for life. I think this tower is not going to stay alive for very long either. He's going to get dropped. Bounty Hunter gets sheeped up. He's going to fall very quickly here. He's going to try to go invis, but there is a gem up on the Queen of Pain, so that's not going to last you for very long. And the tower's down, and your second set of racks is not going to survive much longer than that tower. So just too much damage. Lifestealer back up to 5k gold. Bot gets not another item. She's got 4,000 gold. There's your GG, well played. This concludes your series. Art of War takes it 2-0. Really, just kind of on their farming ability, man. Like, they didn't win the early game. Again, the Dire Triline did really well against the Beastmaster, shutting him down very early game, but just Lifestealer farming like a mouse. Gets up. Now he's got the Abysmal Blade and 2,600 gold. BKB Sven tries to come in, but he's just going to get roared up and dropped. Too much damage going down against him. He's going to fall. And that's it. Pop here. Viper's trying to right-click, but it's not going to be enough. Lifestealer is just going to go in and kill everyone. Look at this. Bam, bam, bam. So much damage on top of him. Look at this. He's sitting at like 300 damage per right-click right now. Yeah, no big deal. Alright, so that's your game, guys. Thanks for watching. This has been the best of 3 between Art of War and Wooden Computers in the Battle 32 and Alienware Arena Invitational Tournament. So I've got some more games coming to you probably later on in the week. Probably do some casting Friday as well of another series later on in the tournament. So thanks for watching, guys. If you want to check out more about the tournament, go to the website, alienwarearena.com. And if you want to see some more games, I'll be casting some more. So like, subscribe, check out the Facebook page, and thanks for watching, guys. GG's Kingdom signing out.
Thanks!